What's up, guys? This is That One Apple Guy back at it again with another video, and today I am in the new house and I got a new setup. So you can see I either can do this setup or the one before, but I like this setup better and I need more room in my room. So I like this setup better, to be honest. It's a little bit higher up. I don't get the new light yet. I just get paid with my first YouTube check. And I'm going to post a poll on YouTube. Would you like me to buy a nice Anchor or an INIU power bank or a phone, like a Moto G Power? So, you guys are probably going to pick phone, but me right now, power banks are my thing. So, this here is the INIU P55-E2 10,000 milliamp hour power bank here. And you can see this is smaller power bank. Now this thing is tiny. For reference, alright, so I have some power banks for reference here. This is the B62 INIU's 20,000 mAh. And you could just see how thin this is. This is really thin, and it's a lot smaller also, and way lighter. This is a 24,000 Anchor 737, I believe. Yep. Look at how much thinner. And yeah, it's a huge difference to that. This is Anchor's 5,000 milliamp hour. It's more like that. It's a little bit thicker, the Anchor. And this is your standard 10,000 milliamp hour. Look at how much thicker it is. And if I even grab like my smallest, besides this one, my smallest 10,000 right here, you can see it's a little bit shorter, but it's a lot thicker. And this one outputs 45 watts. This one outputs 45 watts. It's supposed to too. So we're going to test that. Let's look around the device here. You can see towards the back, we got that tasty information there. If you want to pause and read that here, it's the, again, P55/E2 power bank. And before I go over this thing, let me show you how much I got it for, because it's actually kind of funny how good of a deal I got on this thing. So if I go to Amazon here, and this is not a Prime Day deal, an early Prime Day deal. This is just a little sale going on. And it's such a good deal, I had to buy it. 22 bucks. Blur that, but $22.49. It's crazy. So, let me show you the features this got. Anyways, that's the information here. It does have this, which is a phone stand. So, if I put this here, and I hold my phone, it holds your phone up. And can it come out anymore? Not really. So, it's kind of like a straight up angle. Or, can you do this too? Yeah, so you could stand it up also. But it doesn't come out anymore. I wish it would come out a little bit more, but already a scratch on it actually, which is surprising. It's this material that feels, that feels good now, but in like 2 years or not even 2 years, it's gonna go in the dirt. Actually, that scratch wiped off. It's gonna go into like that sticky material. This one's about, I'm gonna say like 6 months old, and it's already like a little bit more sticky than, you know, a new one. But anyways, you can see they label it here, out, in and out 1, in and out 2, and out 3. So that's kind of cool. On this guy, we have an in and out, and an out. So I like the middle out. I wish this had a middle out to charge my other power banks, but not a big deal here. Up here we have USB-C port here. This one supports 15 volts at 1.8 amps. So let's do some calculations here to see what we can kind of get up to with this. So what did I say? 15 times 1.8. So 30 watts maybe. Unless we do 12 times 2.25. Yeah, 27. So not sure about that. 9 volts at 3 amps, 27. Okay. So that's the in. So if you're out, 15 15 volts at 3 amps. So it can output 45 watts. It can input 30 watts on both of these ports. And then the USB-A is 12 volts at 1.5 amps. Which is 18 watts for the USB-A, which is not bad. This one, I like how it says it. 18 watts, 36 watts, 65 watts. This one, you kind of have to do calculations. And I'm not a math person, but... Anyways, USB-C port. This is actually a flashlight, which is super freaking cool built in here. That is awesome. So, all you gotta do to turn on the flashlight is double-click the power button. And there it is. It's actually pretty bright. Like, if I turn this off, you can see it. You can find things with that flashlight. It's not bad. And, of course, it doesn't take much power. There's no real way to measure that. But, you know, it's a pretty capable flashlight. Then we have that other USB-C port and USB-A, which is meh. Right side here, power button. Does some sort of action. You press it once, the screen turns on. Double press it, you know, you get your flashlight right there. And if you triple press it, it does reset it. So that's kind of cool. To the left, we just have our stand. This here is a lanyard, which we'll go over later. But on the front here, you can see we have this nice, pretty big screen here. It doesn't have any, like, technical information, but it shows you your battery percentage. 100%. Boom. It says INIU, fast charge, power bank, designed by INIU. And when you're charging something fast, a lightning bolt appears. So I'll show you that right now. So if I plug in, I just want to show you that lightning bolt. So I'm going to plug it into my phone over here. And you can see the lightning bolt come up. Just wanted to show you that. We're going to go over everything later. But yeah. So this lanyard here is actually a built-in USB-C cable, which is super cool. So all you gotta do, pop it out, and there you go. There's your USB-C cable. When you're done, you pop it back in, and it's very secure in there, like I'm really pushing. So that is a real plus. I actually just broke that cable. That sucks. I already broke the cable. It's not broke, but the mesh is coming off. There's actually rubber underneath it, which is good. But yeah. Anyways, that is really cool here. And then you can see we can plug it into these USB-C ports there. And the cable is, I believe, rated for 45 watts. If we do plug it in, you can see, boom, right there. Lightning bolt appears. But it doesn't show you the wattage, which is kind of a bummer. This screen does not show the wattage. We're going to test that, though. So we have our tester here. Let's test this. Let's see if we could do Samsung super fast charging. I cannot test 2.0, unfortunately, but I could test 1.0 here. And then we could test maybe the 45 watts. Or yes, we definitely can. So here we go. We're plugging it in. There we go. Super fast charging. Perfect. Let me actually unplug this. And we'll put it in up here. Okay, let's plug that in. Oh, and now it's doing fast charging. Okay, that's kind of weird. So we just unplugged it, and now it's doing fast. Okay, let's reset. Still doing fast charging. Let's test this second port. Fast. Is it this tester? No. Hold on. I just held the power button down and now it's doing super fast charging. So you could see 23 watts, 25 watts, 26. That's great. That's absolutely amazing. Let's test it with iPhone here. You could see charging, and you could see we have that lightning bolt here. And we are charging at 19 watts, 18 watts. That is super. And if we plug it into something like a Google Pixel, let's see if we get to 20 watts. Sure enough, we do. because we get that lightning bolt. That will go up to 20 watts. That's perfect. Alright, so that's just the simple stuff. We're going to test to see if it does 45 watts for output. So I have this. We're going to try to charge this because this inputs at 45 watts. You can see input 45 watt max. So let's plug this in. And let's try to trick it so it can charge not this, but the other power bank connected to it. If we can. And no, it's just charging this. I wish there was a specific input for this power bank. Oh, it's kind of... No, it's charging that one up. Alright, so that's out of the question. Let's see if we can charge this. And it's actually not doing anything at all. That's an output port. Okay, charge. Let's see what we can see here. Boom! We are outputting at 45 watts. So you can see there's 42 going into it. But you can see on the tester, 44 watts. That is super from this little guy. You're spending 20-something bucks, and you're getting a 45 watt output. So you can do super fast charging 2.0, I'm sure. And look at how thin and light this is. It's a 45 watt output. Again, this has a 45 watt output, but it's a lot thicker. If you want a really thin pocketable power bank, this one's going to go with you. And you're not sacrificing anything because you still get the built-in cable like this guy. And I think INIU is a better brand than Baseus. And I like the screen better on the INIU even though this shows wattage. You could buy a little wattage tester and you could charge super quick on this guy. So next thing we're going to test is 3 outputs or charging 2 phones. What can it do for 2 phones? And then we're going to test 3. And then we're going to test the capability of the USB-A. So, let me grab another cable here. So now we have 2 USB-Cs. Let me grab a wattage tester here. And now, let's see if we can super fast charge 2 phones, which I doubt. But there goes one super fast charge. And then let's plug in this other Samsung here. And charge. So are we still going with super fast charge or what on this? The wattage meter no longer lighting up. So that's not a good sign. Super fast charger connected. But the wattage meter. Oh, now the wattage meter's on. Oh, okay. So it's kind of tricking the phone here. So you can see. Charger connected. Where that. And super fast charger connected. But it's actually not super fast charging. It's running at 8 watts and 9 watts. For a combined of 20 watts. Which still ain't bad. So you can fast charge 2 phones. That ain't bad. Let's see if we can unplug it and plug it in. Fast charger. And then now it's going at super fast. But then we plug this one in. And it's charging. And then this is super fast charge. Yeah, it's 2 fast charges basically. Alright, let's see the capability of USB-A outputs. USB-A is not good, but we get a brand new USB-A cable here to Type-C. There we go. This is probably a Motorola one, I'm guessing. Let's unplug these two to be as fair as possible to miss a USB-A port. And let's see if it does at least fast charging for Samsungs. So let's plug in our little wattage meter here. Let's plug in one of the new ones. Yeah, I did buy new ones. The old ones are getting a little old. Blur that out, please. But, you can see that. It just said fast charging. Show that again. Fast charging. 15 watts coming out of USB-A? That's pretty good. Boom. Let's see if we can hit 18. Let's plug it into an iPhone here. Let's see what happens. No lightning bolt on the screen. 7 watts. So that's kind of pathetic. Let's plug it into Mr. Google Pixel. Again, no lightning bolt here, and it just says charging. 7. So it's going to be 7 watts across the line, which is pretty terrible, except for Samsung. It does fast charging. Let's see if we're going to hit 18. Let's try, because this is an output port, let's try inputting and charging up this power bank. See if we're going to hit 18 watts. It's going to charge it at 13. So that 18 watts is pretty much a lie. Let's plug in this one. Let's see what we can hit through here. Ooh, that's even worse. That's running at 7 watts. Oh, okay, just spiked up to 18. Alright. We're getting about 18 watts. So we did hit 18 with USB-A, and the lightning bolt shows up with USB-A. That's impressive. Like, it's going to take forever to charge this power bank up. But it's 18 watts through USB-A. It ain't terrible. I know more companies do better stuff. But let's see what this USB-A is capable of, because this is out of a $100 battery bank. Let's see if this is capable of 18 or more. Can it do more than 18? Let's see. Probably not, to be honest. I don't see a lightning bolt, and it's doing 5 watts. But that can't be its peak, obviously. Let's charge this completely dead battery bank so we can see the raw specifications of Mr. USB-A on Anchor. It's climbing. Holy crap. It's an 18 watt, but dude, that almost hit 20. That's a little bit faster, but it's not tremendous. I bet we can actually hit 18 exactly. Oops. If we charge Mr. Bassius. Let's plug it in here. See if we can actually hit that rated spec. 18, baby. And 19. Ooh, 19. Wow. That is one capable USB-A port. Holy crap. Alright. So, let's see what we can do for a USB-A and a USB-C. So, let's plug in for USB-A here. This is USB-A. Fast charge. Turn on fast charging, yes. So now are we fast charging? Yes, we are fast charging. Okay, so we're going at 15 watts. Exactly. Now let's plug in USB-C. Let's see if we can continue fast charging. Charging, and then USB-C gets fast charging. That's super. That is super. So it actually gives the USB-A, it gives it charging with 8 watts, which is not bad. And then USB-C, it gives it a fast charge for 15 watts, which is good. Fast charging's still pretty good. It will not take much slower than, it's not that much slower than super fast charging at 25. Okay, so far so good. Let's plug in this cable here. I'm gonna grab another watt meter real quick. Another watt meter here. Let's see what we can do at 3. So we're gonna first plug in our USB-A for fast charging. Let me grab another Samsung phone. We got another Smaznug here. So again, we're still fast charging. see about this. This is USB-C. Okay, so fast charging goes to USB-C. Now we're standard charging on this, so 8 and 14. And now let's plug in another USB-C here. Fast charging. All right. So, what are we doing? Okay, charging now. Let's see what we're doing here. Battery. And let's go battery on here. Charger. So they're all standard charging here. Let's see what the wattage is. 6, 10, and 6. That's pretty good. So we're charging 3 phones here. 2 of them are charging at 6 watts. 1 of them charging at 10. So one of them's getting a fast charge. That's pretty good. This INIU packs a huge punch, guys. This is a great power bank. We're going to do more tests, obviously. We're not done. Because there's so much more to uncover here. Let's charge this thing up right now with the USB-C. Let's see what this charge is at. It's supposed to be 30 watts. And that's not too promising. Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe because we use all 3 ports. Oh, there it is. Okay. So just needed a minute. It's now charging at 27 watts, and it's almost full. So it's going to charge at 30 watts, guys. Let's top this off, and then we're going to do a little bit of a drain test. We're going to see. I'm going to drain this phone to 0. It's already at 12. So let's take a little video here. And we're going to see what it can do to a dead iPhone. Put that flash on. Boom. I'll let that drain. This thing is completely flat. Look at this. Done for. And this is at 100. So let's see what this 100% does to this. Let's start a little bit of a, what are they called? Timer. It's like 1,000 degrees in this room, but, oh, what am I doing on Snapchat? Timer, or stopwatch. In 3, 2, 1, go. Really impressive results. My timer actually died. But we are at 100%. Really bad news for my Pixel. It has a spot when it's on a white screen. So let me turn the brightness up here. You could barely see it. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. It's a discoloration spot that's oily and pink. It's real weird. Y'all won't be able to see it on video, huh? But you can see it in real life. But it's very faint. Right there, you can kind of see it. But anyway, yeah, I sent it in. Well, I contacted Google, and they said it's covered under warranty until 2026. So I'm going to wait a couple weeks, see if this expands and gets worse. If it does, I'm going to send it in. If it doesn't, I'm probably still going to send it in because that's bullshit. This is a 3-month-old phone. You can see literally first future date, March, April, May, June. 3 months. So, yeah, I'm going to get that replaced eventually. I didn't do nothing to it, literally. I just dropped it a couple times, you know. Had a screen protector, a case on it, you know. I took good care of it, but yeah. Anyways, it is on 100%. Let's go ahead and unplug this. You can see 100% charged. And then you can see on this guy, 59%. That is super, super good. Now, I gotta go to bed soon, so I'm probably gonna do a charge test later. But let's see what it can do to my OnePlus. So this has a 4,000, I believe. So if we do the calculation, what's the battery capacity on the iPhone 15 Pro? So that's going to be a 3274. So if we go 3274 plus, what's the battery capacity on the OnePlus N200 5G? 5,000. So if we plus that by 5,000, this should equal 8,274. And of course, there's some loss. So this thing should charge this up to 100% and have 0% left. Or 1 or 2% left. So let's see. We'll see. Alright, so video coming out on this soon. I just got One UI 7 on the A16. I'm maining this thing right now because I'm going to send in my Pixel later. Ugh, it sucks. But I'm going to keep bench test. Anyways, this thing is fully depleted. It's now the next day. We're going to see how long this thing takes to charge up. I'm going to grab a couple phones and we're going to test. Alright guys, we got the stop while set up. Let's put this more like this. Let's up the ante here. So y'all can see a little bit better here. You can see we are at 0% here. We're going to plug it into the Anker Power Core 717. And we're going to start that timer up. Let's see what this thing's going to charge at. I'm not going to start it until it actually works. Sometimes it has a little bit of an issue with this power bank where it doesn't fast charge. And it looks like we're having that issue right now. It's not with this power bank, it's with this. Like, it doesn't have, like, the right voltage, maybe. I don't know. It's weird. If someone could explain to me in the comments. But, yeah, I don't know if it's Anker's fault or the INIU's fault. But, let's try the provided cable. There we go. That's what it was. So, the cable wasn't enough. So, you can see we're charging at almost 30 watts here. So, we're going to let this charge up. Alright, y'all, we hit 100%. Now, I wasn't here when it hit it, but I went through the time lapse and I figured it out. So, we hit 100% at 1 hour and 49 minutes with 4 seconds, which isn't terrible for this guy. This is a really compelling power bank. It has a lot of good features here. Whoops. And I'm going to charge my phone with it right now. So again, I'm maining this. I hate it. It's so slow. But you can see 5G right on there. And 5G Plus, actually. It actually has really good data speeds. Like, if I do a little bit of a data test... Oh, who texted me? Oh. Anyway. If I do a little bit of a data speed test... Yeah, by the way, y'all. It is hot out. 100 feels like it's hot. Anyway, it's slow, but if we do a data speed test here, you can see it's pulling some pretty good numbers. Over 100 megabytes per second is pretty good. Alright, so if I plug this in and go super fast charge. Perfect.